And do you ever come out of the studio having recorded something and then have to, you have to play these songs live and sing these songs live later? Do you ever have regrets? Man, I wish I hadn't done that in the studio. Now I got to replicate it
Oh,
every night
dude,
on tour.
all the time, all the
Yeah,
time. It's terrible. I can't. Sometimes it's hard to listen to yourself
yeah,
because you're just like, man, I wish we'd have done that there
yeah. I
or
wish I
whatever,
hadn't felt it
Uh,
quite that much, right?
or yeah, yeah, or man, I wish we would have done this completely different or whatever. But that's what's cool about playing them live, especially after you've had a song out for you know
Yeah.
10 years or so. You can kind of everybody is kind of feeling the I don't know fatigue for lack of a better word. So we're all
Yeah,
creative
the road
dudes and
fatigue, absolutely, yeah.
right, and we're all creative dudes. So it's kind of like, hey, what if we did this a little different on
Yeah,
this one tonight or whatever, and
yeah.
take the songs to some different places where they don't
Are
they haven't
you
been
are you
before.
still using the guys as session players as well? Because I know back when we talked, you guys were doing all the recording yourself, not using that many
Yeah,
other musicians.
yeah, we still do that. We'll bring in people like for stuff that we're not experts in,
Right.
keys and organ and horns or whatever else, But or if you want a different texture on a background vocal or something like that, you bring in uh, a group of ladies to
Yeah.
do the old school Rolling Stones type of backgrounds or whatever, So
I love that
uh,
though. I've always
but yeah,
really respected you guys for that, and that I imagine that really helps with the being able to replicate it on the road. And I mean, people want to hear when you're touring and you're selling your records, people want to hear what they heard live. And I
yeah,
mean, if it differs too much, that can definitely give you a bad rap and all that. But I've always respected BTM for that. You guys have always kind of used your own folks. And I mean, you and Nathan essentially formed Blacktop Mojo. It's been what 13 years now that you guys have been out there rocking.
yeah.
Can you believe that?
No, man, it'll. I think 13 years in December. So
Yeah, that's crazy,
since we
man.
played our first show.
And I
Yeah.
know back when y'all first started, it's so hard. For those of y'all that are watching from outside of East Texas, man, it is so hard here for a rock band to play anywhere locally. Like there's just not many venues here. So in a way, you almost have to. I guess you'd have to lean on your originality to try to get venues, in the bigger cities. Is that what you guys had to do? Was there some struggles early on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we luckily Palestine's kind of in the center of a lot of stuff. It's 2 hours to Dallas, 2 hours to Houston, 3 hours to Austin, 2 hours to Shreveport. So we had a good little home base for like, okay, this weekend we're going. We got a couple shows in Dallas. This weekend we got a couple
Yeah,
shows in Houston. But yeah, there was definitely a big. We were playing like cover gigs and stuff, which in different bars and dance halls, whatever around that might be closer and more local, but and those pay pretty good.
yeah,
So like the main challenge was when you go to play those rock bars, they were they'd count tickets at the door, like they'd ask everybody, who are you here to see? And then at the end of the night, you only get paid for however many tally marks you got next to your
wow,
name. So
yeah,
there's some nice. You get paid $50 and you spent more than $50 parking your van and trailer in Deep Ellum or whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah,
uh, really, really, we're out there doing it for the love of the game at that point.
yeah.
So
And those cover
yeah,
gigs are not going to get you on a national tour at any time, right? So,
not really, man. They're fun and um, yeah, they're pretty extensive too, though. They're
yeah.
they're they're like 4 hours,
Well, I've always
four
kind of liked
four
kind of
hours a night.
y'all's
Yeah.
strategy for using cover songs, like especially on social media, YouTube, wherever. You guys, you put out really good cover material. It gets a lot of visibility on YouTube and the other platforms. Did you guys just kind of, I hate to say willy nilly, are you just willy nillying those songs, or is there some thought process between, like, which ones do we want to put out?
Man, it really has been pretty willy nilly for most of our
Yeah.
decisions and things that we've done in the past. So,
Well,
um,
it's definitely worked out, like the Dream Ons and a whole lot of loves, and I mean, there exploding on social media and stuff, and I mean that's going to be good. But do you feel like those cover songs help kind of funnel people to your original material? Is that how it works for Blacktop Mojo?
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, there's a bunch of people that we've met, touring here, there, and everywhere that have like, man, the first thing I saw was your cover of "In the Air Tonight" or your cover of this or that,
Yeah.
and it yeah, and then they go and they're like, "Who's this?" And they listen to some of the rest of our stuff, and I guess they liked it enough to come buy a ticket. So that's I guess that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, the originals is where it's at, man. I got to tell you, I've got like eight or nine people in my family, and we all have a different favorite Blacktop Mojo song. Like that's
awesome.
yeah, it is kind of cool. Like the wife is Prodigal Son, mine is Burn the Ships. Like we all have different songs. Of course, I love Where the Wind Blows as well. I mean, it's just you guys are phenomenal and very original artists as well.